O seu cão ama você de uma forma que talvez nunca imaginou. Desde dormir perto de você até proteger a sua casa, todos esses sinais têm uma explicação. Prepare-se para conhecer a verdadeira mente do seu cão.
Wide cinematic living room shot at golden hour. A South Asian man named Arjun, early 30s, short black hair, light stubble, wearing a soft gray t-shirt and joggers, sitting cross-legged on a rug scrolling his phone, completely unaware, while behind him a medium-sized tan and white Indian pariah mixed dog with expressive brown eyes and upright ears performs a small, subtle action. Warm indoor lighting, soft shadows, shallow depth of field, cinematic movie still composition. Close-up dramatic title card-style frame, dim blue-toned room, a glowing neon-style K9 mind text floating in the air, the same tan and white dog sitting in silhouette in the foreground, mysterious atmosphere, cinematic lighting, high contrast, movie poster framing. Medium shot of Arjun sitting on a low wooden sofa in a cozy South Asian living room with patterned cushions and a ceiling fan, looking directly at camera with an intrigued expression, dog sitting attentively beside his feet, warm lamp lighting, inviting atmosphere, cinematic composition. Close-up shot of bare human feet on a tiled floor, the tan and white dog curling its body tightly around and on top of the feet, eyes half closed in contentment, soft natural window light, shallow depth of field, cozy South Asian home interior, warm color grading. Macro-style artistic shot showing invisible scent waves subtly rising from a person's feet, stylized golden particles in the air, the dog's nose close to the feet, sniffing intently, dreamy soft lighting, conceptual cinematic visualization. Medium shot of Arjun sitting on the floor of his home, dog pressed firmly against his feet while a stranger figure stands in the doorway, dog's body tense and alert, ears slightly back, protective posture, dim evening lighting, cinematic tension, South Asian home entrance with wooden door. Close-up of the dog's face nuzzling deeper into the owner's feet, eyes soft, tail relaxed, warm cozy lighting, intimate emotional framing, shallow depth of field. Nighttime bedroom scene, Arjun asleep under a light blanket on a simple bed with a mosquito net, South Asian bedroom with dim moonlight through a window, the tan and white dog curled beside the bed, peaceful atmosphere, soft blue night lighting, cinematic still. Close-up shot of a hand gently reaching to touch the sleeping dog, dog's eyes snapping open mid-motion, startled expression, teeth slightly bared in a reflexive growl, dramatic low lighting, tense cinematic framing. Close-up of the same dog 2 seconds later, eyes now soft, tail beginning to wag, head tilting affectionately toward the hand, warm lamp-light glow, emotional transition shot, shallow depth of field. Medium shot of Arjun kneeling beside the dog on the bedroom floor, speaking gently with a calm expression, hand extended but not touching, dog's body relaxing, warm, intimate lighting, cinematic composition. Outdoor daytime shot in a small South Asian courtyard garden with potted plants, the tan and white dog digging into a patch of soil with its front paws, dirt scattered around its snout, curious, focused expression, bright natural sunlight, documentary-style cinematic shot. Extreme close-up shot of the dog's snout pressed into rich brown soil, small dirt particles clinging to its fur, textured detail, warm afternoon light, macro cinematic framing. Wide shot of a rustic South Asian home exterior wall with visible bite and scratch marks near the base, a pregnant female dog with a slightly rounded belly sniffing at the plaster, muted earthy tones, late afternoon lighting, documentary realism. Medium shot inside a small veterinary clinic, Arjun sitting with the dog on an examination table, a South Asian veterinarian in a white coat gently checking the dog, clinical lighting, calm, reassuring atmosphere, cinematic still. Indoor shot of the dog lying on a cool tiled floor, looking bored, toys scattered untouched nearby, low afternoon light through a window, melancholic mood, cinematic framing emphasizing empty space. dynamic action shot in a sunlit courtyard. Arjun and the tan and white dog play wrestling on a grassy patch. Dog mid-motion with mouth open playfully, tail high and wagging, joyful, chaotic energy, bright daylight, cinematic movement blur. Extreme close-up of the dog's face mid-sneeze during play, eyes scrunched, nose wrinkled, sunlight highlighting fur texture, comedic yet endearing cinematic close-up. Medium shot of Arjun crouching down mimicking a sneeze back at the dog, dog's head tilting curiously in response, warm, playful atmosphere, natural outdoor lighting, cinematic, candid framing. Interior kitchen shot, a stainless steel dog food bowl sitting untouched on a tiled floor, dog lying a few feet away watching the doorway expectantly, warm kitchen lighting, still life cinematic composition emphasizing waiting. Medium shot of Arjun walking into the kitchen, dog immediately standing up and walking toward the bowl, tail wagging, relieved body language, warm golden kitchen lighting, cinematic sequence framing. Close-up of the dog eating from the bowl while Arjun stands nearby with arms crossed, calm, content atmosphere, warm domestic lighting, intimate cinematic framing. Split mood shot, dim, empty kitchen, the same bowl untouched, dog lying near the door looking anxious, ears drooping, muted cold lighting, emotional isolation composition, cinematic realism. Fast, dynamic wide shot of the living room, the tan and white dog sprinting in a blurred circular motion around furniture, pupils dilated, ears flattened, chaotic, joyful energy, motion blur cinematic action shot, warm evening lighting. Medium shot of Arjun standing to the side laughing, quickly moving a small vase out of the dog's path, playful, chaotic atmosphere, warm indoor lighting, candid cinematic framing. Close-up of the dog collapsing onto a rug mid-frame, breathing heavily, eyes closing into sleep almost instantly, soft, warm lighting, tender, emotional, cinematic close-up. Nighttime bedroom shot, Arjun pulling back a pillow to reveal a hidden dry treat tucked into the bedsheets, surprised, amused expression, warm lamp lighting, intimate cinematic framing, South Asian bedroom decor. Medium shot of the dog standing beside the bed looking up innocently, tail low, slightly guilty body language, soft, warm lighting, emotional cinematic close-up. Close-up macro shot of a treat wedged between a mattress and a wooden headboard, dusty, forgotten texture, dim, warm lighting, still life cinematic detail shot. Emotional medium shot of Arjun sitting on the edge of a bed with head in his hands, visibly upset. Dim lamplight casting soft shadows, South Asian bedroom setting, cinematic somber mood. Close-up of the tan and white dog approaching slowly, ears back, whimpering softly, nose nudging Arjun's hand gently, warm emotional lighting, intimate cinematic framing. Medium shot of the dog pressing its body against Arjun's side while he cries, dog remaining completely still, comforting body language, soft, warm lighting, emotionally tender cinematic composition. Close-up of the dog licking Arjun's cheek gently, Arjun's expression softening slightly through tears, warm, intimate lighting, emotional cinematic close-up. Interior bedroom shot, an open suitcase lying on a bed being packed with folded clothes, the tan and white dog immediately jumping onto the open suitcase and lying across it defiantly, warm domestic lighting, cinematic wide framing. Close-up of the dog burying its face into a folded shirt inside the suitcase, eyes half closed, emotional attachment visible, soft, warm lighting, intimate detail shot. Dramatic medium shot of the dog standing beside a pair of shoes near the door, holding a set of keys gently in its mouth, anxious wide eyes, dim evening lighting, emotional cinematic framing. Close-up of the dog's face mid-motion, tongue flicking rapidly in the air near an interesting scent on a wall, curious alert expression, warm indoor lighting, cinematic macro framing. Medium shot of the same dog later in the day, tongue flicking rhythmically and repetitively with a slightly distressed expression, subdued lighting, documentary-style cinematic realism emphasizing discomfort. Medium shot inside a small veterinary clinic, a South Asian veterinarian in a white coat gently examining the dog while Arjun watches with concern, clinical lighting, calm, reassuring atmosphere, cinematic still. Cozy living room shot. Arjun seated on a low sofa, the tan and white dog sitting on the floor directly in front of him, but turned completely away, back pressed against his legs, relaxed posture, warm evening lighting, emotionally rich cinematic framing. Wide shot of the same scene from a slightly elevated angle, dog's body facing outward toward the room entrance in a watchful stance while resting against Arjun, warm golden lighting, cinematic symbolic composition of trust and protection. Kitchen medium shot, a plate of food left unattended on a low dining table, the tan and white dog standing on hind legs sniffing toward it, curious, mischievous expression, warm kitchen lighting, cinematic, candid framing. Close-up of the dog quickly grabbing food off the plate, guilty wide eyes glancing toward the doorway, dynamic motion blur, warm dim lighting, cinematic tension shot. Medium shot of Arjun entering the kitchen, the dog immediately cowering slightly near a corner with lowered head and tail tucked, anxious body language, warm dim lighting, emotional cinematic framing. Nighttime exterior shot of a South Asian home, a window softly lit from within, muffled distant howling implied through composition, the dog visible through the window, sitting alone by the door, melancholic blue-toned lighting, cinematic wide shot. Close-up of the dog's face